Guys, I don't know if I can take any more of this. So many mixed reviews for every movie. Let's talk about this, son. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oscar Film Forecast, where, the Venice Film Festival is still going on, just another day or two left. Um, my most anticipated movie out of all of the movies that we're screening here, The Sun, just screened earlier today. And people were a little concerned about this one because it did get a late Venice slot, which is often considered a place where they put controversial movies or movies that they would have a little less faith in. Um, so I guess people are kind of right with that. The movie came out with very, very mixed reviews, is what I would say. It is right now sitting at 64 on Metacritic, which not terrible, still green, better than Empire of Light, which just keeps going down. I believe in the 50s now. So I don't even know. Let's not even start with that one. I guess we'll get into it in a second because I'm going to talk about The Sun. I'm going to talk about Banshees, which is a rarity of like very positive reviews. And then I'm going to just talk about some of the other um, stuff that has played out with movies like Empire of Light, and how their scores have adjusted, as well as The Whale, since last talking about them, and then just tell you what the heck I think might happen in Best Picture. So starting with The Sun, 64 on Metacritic. It seems like you either really like it or you don't. But the passion, like, there's no 100s here on Metacritic. The highest that it's given is 80s. It's got three 80s right now, but no 100s, which is surprising because The Father, very well reviewed. This is why I was so excited for this movie, because I love these kind of like drama acting showcases. I don't know why I just succumbed to that bait. And The Father was incredible. That was my favorite movie of 2020. And Hugh Jackman, Laura Dern, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Hopkins, all acting their asses off in this drama. I mean, I was very excited, and who knows, I may still very well like it. But yeah, let's talk about some of the reviews. So one in the 80s, Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian says, The Sun is a laceratingly painful drama and incrementally increased agony without anesthetic. Sometimes these people get a little too wordy in their reviews. What does that mean? Can you spell that out for me a little simpler? Okay. One of the other 80s, John Bleasdale, from Cineview says, The Son, though perhaps not as original and accomplished as The Father, is nevertheless an affecting, empathetic, and intelligent drama. I understand that. Not his sophomore effort is not as strong as his first movie, but it's still a well done drama. So thank you, John. Peter DeBrudge at Variety says, watching the son play out this family's tragedy becomes our own, and Zeller's warning becomes impossible to ignore. Um, okay, interesting. Marshall Schaffer for the playlist says, there's enough humanity from the story and performers alike that cuts to the soul and mostly offsets the uninspired direction, but the sun should shine at least a little brighter through the dark material given these participants and their previous triumphs. So yeah, okay. And all the some of the lower ones, giving it 60s, 50s. Green BBC give it a 60. He says it is a flawed film with a kind heart, but a significantly less impressive progeny of the father's talky triumph. Like father, like son. Sadly, that doesn't seem to be the case. And that's a good pun. I like that stuff. Also seen on Twitter some people saying that its representation and take on mental health is controversial. And some people do not seem to enjoy how it portrays mental health. I believe of the son, the titular son in the movie, Zen McGrath, but the performances in all of these reviews, in particular Hugh Jackman, is, as I think was expected, the standout. People are very much praising him. I think it's a situation just like with The Whale, where this lead performance is absolutely getting in there, even if the movie doesn't get into picture. Yeah, so I think Hugh Jackman, just like Brendan Fraser, he's going to get in there. Other acting potential of the two supporting actresses, I know lots of people have been talking about leading up to the reviews. Laura Dern being the potential bigger standout, but based on the reviews, it seems very much so. Like as Vanessa Kirby, actually, she gets more to do, and that she's just got a bigger presence. And then Zen McGrath, I'm probably considering kicking him out of supporting actor, just because it doesn't seem to be quite the powerhouse performance that I think it would have to be. For him to get in there. And I also We've got Brendan Gleeson now, definitely in supporting actor. Gold Derby, please add him soon. We've got potentially Mikael Ward if he's pushed in there. We've got Paul Dano. Who knows if another Fabelman's guy like Seth Rogen or Judd Hirsch can get in there. We've still got Ke Huy Quan. We've got Brad Pitt maybe for Babylon. We'll have to see if the controversies continue surrounding Pitt. Oh, maybe Ben Whishaw for Women Talking. But yeah, I mean, supporting actor, not nearly as crowded as supporting actor and actress. But I don't think you're going to get a double nominee here. I think I wouldn't completely rule it out. I don't think Kirby and Dern are both going to get in though. I think Women Talking is going to be your double nom with Buckley and Foy. And I would say based on these reviews, Vanessa Kirby probably gets in for The Sun. But I mean, supporting actress is crowded. Like it's very crowded. Like let me pull it up. Okay, yeah. So supporting actress, we've got of course Michelle Williams up front. Laura Dern and Vanessa Kirby, one of them. Jessie Buckley, Claire Foy, Stephanie Sue, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Sadie Sink, The Whale, as well as Hong Chow for The Whale. Carrie Condon, who's now getting a lot of buzz for Banshees of Inishiren. Maybe Jean Smart for Babylon. We still have to see the movie to see her role in it. Maybe Nina Haas for Tar. She got a lot of great reviews out of the screenings of that film. Maybe Samantha Morton, or we don't know how they're going to be pushing the She Said actresses. So maybe Carey Mulligan or Zoe Kazan could be in contention there. Yeah, and the list just goes on. Maybe Janelle Monáe for Glass Onion. You never know. Yeah, I mean, it's very crowded. So if The Sun is like just as well as by the Academy, not received very well and mixed, there's a world where neither of the Sun actresses get into supporting actress. Right now, I would still have Kirby in there, but I would not have Dern. And I think I will kick out Zen McGrath of supporting actor. It's definitely still an adapted screenplay because what the hell is going on with adapted screenplay? This movie is like mixed and it's still like number 2 in adapted screenplay. Women Talking absolutely winning that category because it's like the only picture lock it seems like in that category. Women Talking, The Sun for some reason even mixed is still 2. Glass Onion is probably like definitely getting in there now based on how these movies are dropping like flies. I still think She Said will probably get in there. And then maybe The Whale, just because of the minimal competition. Maybe The Whale or maybe White Noise as like a sole screenplay nominee or something. I don't know. But those are your top 6. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting thing going on here with adapted screenplay. So yeah, Women Talking is definitely winning that. I would lock that in. That seems like actually don't use the L word this early on, but I mean it seems I'm pretty confident in Women Talking winning adapted screenplay. I also don't want to be too reactive to these festivals because I do think there's still a chance for BARDO to get into picture. I know lots of people completely written it off. I don't have it in my 10 lineup right now, but I still think it's possible. Just because it is, these screenings are like not like, I mean, BARDO did go to 2 festivals, so it's a wider group of critics, but it's still a smaller group of people, and we don't know completely how it will play with the Academy. I mean, it seemed like Barry Jenkins, Lulu Wong, Chloe Zhao, the people who saw BARDO, who are filmmakers who will be voting in the Academy Awards, unlike these critics, liked the movie. So it's possible. It's possible. The score has been rising as well. I would say the same for movies like The Sun. It's a smaller crowd. It could, as more people see it go up, it could go down. Same thing with Empire of Light, which just seems like complete Academy bait, which is why I still have it in my picture lineup. But I think Fox Searchlight let's transition into that. Fox Searchlight may be pushing Banshees of Inishiren now. I'm not going to go into the reviews like I just did with The Sun. Just know that they're all pretty glowing. I'm pretty sure it's very high on Metacritic. I don't know if it started off in the 90s. It's probably high 80s now at this point. Everyone really liked the movie. Third longest standing ovation, whatever that means, 13-minute standing ovation. It seems like the best received film of the Venice Film Festival so far. Probably going to win. It might win Golden Lion. It's definitely going to win some of the awards here. Maybe they'll do what they did with Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman, where they both won that actor thing. For the Master, maybe they'll do that for Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. But speaking of those two, lock them into the acting categories for sure, especially Colin Farrell. He seemed to be getting a lot of notices, as well as Brendan Gleeson. But particularly, it seems like Colin Farrell has the showier role, and Brendan Gleeson is a little more subdued, just as characters. And so, yeah, I'd honestly maybe have Colin Farrell at like I'd probably have him at fourth, but I think there's a chance because his movie is getting into picture. His movie is getting into picture now. It seems like great reviews. It's gonna get at least 2 acting nominations. It's gonna get into screenplay. I believe it's an original screenplay. Yeah. I mean, I wish it wasn't adapted because then it would maybe have a chance. Women Talking would actually have some competition, but it'll get into screenplay. Not many texts, but I don't think it really needs. It's not that kind of movie. Um, who knows? Maybe you could even throw in Martin McDonagh for director at this point, because there's like a solid 4 there, and then there's that last spot that's kind of up in the air. But yeah, I would put this in picture. I'd put both Farrell and Gleason in, and also Carrie Condon, who got a lot of like MVP shout outs for the movie, saying that she was like the best part. I should have added her into Gold Derby last night. I did not. She was at 101. She's now 33-1 as I'm currently looking. McDonagh had worked with her previously multiple times in the theater world, and that they're a good pairing, that they like each other a lot, and that he wrote this role specifically for her so she could showcase her talent. And it seems like she very much so did that. So I think that's probably gonna get in there too. It seems like maybe like this may be like almost a 3 billboards kind of package where it's 1 leading performance and 2 supporting performance and screenplay and picture. And maybe director, but probably not. And I'm not sure what else 3 billboards got outside of that. Not much, I don't think. So yeah, I would put that into screenplay. I'd honestly jump it up like top 5 or 6, honestly, at this point, because it's gotten great reviews, unlike so many of the other movies. Taking that all into account, the mixed reviews of Empire Light, Bardo, Now the Sun. Don't worry, darling, but we all expected that. I mean, come on. Do you think Carousel's been on Chris Pine? Not gonna get into that. But yeah, taking all of those mixed reviews into account, let's see what I have for picture right now. Okay. Women Talking and Everything Ever All at Once. Top 2, easy. Fabelman's poster released for it today. It looks juicy. It's got the film reels on it. It's got Michelle Williams dancing in car headlights. It's getting in there. Is it gonna win? I don't think so, but it's possible. And I guess number 4 now is Babylon, but I don't know about Babylon. I don't know about any movies anymore. We also got some new images for Babylon this morning. Looked very good. It's easily going to be the movie that leads nominations. On nomination morning, it's 10 plus nominations. It's going to get into pretty much every tech category. Margot Robbie's probably getting into actress, but no one's predicting her as a winner mostly now anymore. So I was ahead of the train on that, I guess. But who knows? We haven't seen the movie. But yeah, all the techs, at least 1 acting performance, probably director, definitely picture. So I think it will lead tech nominations, but I think it could have that fate that so many of these movies that lead tech nominations, like The Irishman or Power of the Dog, end up having, where it's like 1 or 2 wins. This will definitely win production design. I think most people have had that winning production design for a while now, just because it's old Hollywood. It could also win stuff like costume design, makeup and hair is either Elvis or The Whale. But yeah, it'll win a bunch of techs. It looks very well done. People saying, obviously, Damien Chazelle's most ambitious film yet, which it is. It's his most expensive film as well. Releases in December. Who knows if it'll make its money back, but I don't think that will greatly affect its awards chances if it's a bomb. Honestly, I don't think that will be a huge deal. I don't think so, but I think it's more so the reviews. This is his most ambitious, and I think probably going to be his most mature and adult film yet. Also his longest, and like they said, the most ambitious. He's covering a lot of stuff here. I think it's decades spanning. So let's just hope that gets good reviews and it's not mixed. So yeah, that's why it's my number 4. Number 5, I guess Banshees of Inishiren. I've got to put that at number 5 right now because that's gotten great reviews. I'm pretty confident in it. Then I guess number 6, Top Gun Maverick. I didn't even have it on my last predictions list, and now it's number 6. So yeah, that's how life has been. Number 7, Elvis. Lots of people still not having this in. I don't know how you don't have it in picture now at this point. The only thing Warner Brothers is going to consider pushing, and yeah, it's the only contender they have, and Warner Brothers gets into picture most years. Austin Butler, I'm not going to say the L word, but very, 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 very confident in him getting into Best Actor. I honestly think he could win at this point because I think his film is going to be in picture. I don't know if The Sun and The Whale are going to be in picture, and that always helps your chances of winning. feature films in picture. And it's gonna win probably makeup is what I'd say. And it'll get into a bunch of text. It'll get costume design. It'll maybe get cinematography at this point. Who knows? With all of them dropping out, editing, duh, and a few other texts. So yeah, if you don't have it in there, I would like to hear your reasoning because it's just gonna happen, in my opinion. I'm not gonna use the L word, but I also have it at number 7. So, then this is where it gets tricky. Then, I'm gonna put Empire of Light. Actually, Empire of Light and the Sun. I'm trying to consider here. Both very mixed. Sun slightly more positive, but I think Empire of Light, even though it's more mixed, is the kind of stuff that the Academy might like more than the Sun. You know, that's the vibe. So I guess 8 is Empire of Light. Not very confident in that, if I'm being honest. 9, She Said, I guess. It's one of the movies that people haven't seen yet. And a lot of spots have opened up now. So yeah, She Said. And then I guess I think I should probably still keep the Sun in there, but I'm considering keeping Bardo in. I'm considering adding Tar. I don't think Triangle of Sadness is gonna happen, but that would be like at my number like 12 or 13. Also don't think Glass Onion's gonna happen. I'd be more confident in Triangle of Sadness happening before Glass Onion. I guess for my final spot, I'm gonna stick with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, just because another movie we haven't seen. Previous film got into Best Picture. I think out of all these blockbuster films like Avatar and Top Gun and all of them, this one is going to make them feel the most emotions, and I think that does matter. And I think it'll get a good amount of tech nominations, maybe a win or two. So I'll have it in picture. Right on the outside that I'm considering putting back in. I honestly should have the Sun still in there, to be honest. I don't want to be this reactive to this stuff. So who knows? Maybe kick out She Said or Empire of Light for the Sun. I'm very indecisive right now. We have to see how stuff develops more. I don't think the Whale's gonna happen in picture. I know lots of people do think that. I personally don't. Too divisive. I have the same thoughts with Tar, although I'm a little more confident in Tar, because it was more rave reviews. But I think that's kind of like a Spencer case where it just plays with the critic crowd a little better than it does with the general audience / Academy crowd. So it's possible, but not right now. I'm definitely not counting out Bardo. I would have Bardo over the Whale and Tar right now. I would have that as like a solid 11 or 12 right now. So don't count that one out. And then maybe Avatar. Never count out James Cameron. But yeah, that's the state of the current Oscar race. It's already kind of exhausting, but it's exciting. I love me a good twist, and also like a good 8 twists. Very twisty season. So yeah, comment your thoughts on everything going down right now down below. We've got the blonde, that blonde tomorrow, which destined to just like not have mixed controversial reviews at all. Totally. And I mean, we've got TIFF like a few days after that. TIFF starting next week. We're gonna get the Fablemans and other reactions to other movies. Maybe get a better idea of Empire of Light and stuff like that. And yeah, TIFF top 3. Also, yeah, quick plug. I joined the fine folks over at Oscar Buzz to talk about the fall festival season before it started occurring. So go check out that video and everything. They have been covering like every day of Venice and Telluride. So go check out all that coverage. Very good stuff going on over there. I did say over there the TIFF top 3 that I'm sticking with the same top 3 that I had over there. I'm thinking the Fablemans definitely winning. Women Talking definitely number 2. And I think I'll stick with Greatest Beer Never as a solid number 3. But that's the only one I'm unsure about. But yeah, in terms of Venice winners, since it's almost over, maybe Brendan Fraser's gonna get actor. Maybe, like I said, right now I would maybe actually lean towards Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson doing that split thing that they did with Joaquin and Philip Seymour Hoffman for the Master. Actress seems like Blanchett. Doesn't seem like any of the other foreign performances in actor or actress, at least from what I've seen, are getting raves. I'll probably, once the festival is over, tweet my final predictions before those winners happen. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, comment your current top 10 in picture down below. Yeah, comment all your thoughts on everything going down below. And yeah, subscribe for continuous festival, Oscar season, Emmys coming up like soon, coverage. Comment your thoughts down below, like the video, and I'll see you whenever something else crazy happens.